Welcome, dear friends, to Cardiac Radio at 11 p.m., nourishing our souls with the spirit of truth, parenting edition. This is a subset of messages that we encounter in the book, The Spirit of Truth, o Espírito da Verdade. And this book was psychographed by two mediums, Chico, Xavier, and Waldo Vieira, 1960 to 61. And 6 years later, here we are at Cardiac Radio, sharing with you our free translation. And not only that, but the therapeutics of it all. Today, Meimei, the educator, she has a huge team around the world, and she's helping us understand more about education at home and education in school, everywhere in society. She cares deeply for children, and today she's going to deliver to us a message that was inspired on chapter 8. Blessed are the pure of heart. And item 4. When Kardec, amongst other things, says, the spirit wears the tunic of innocence in childhood for a while. And Jesus is correct when, notwithstanding the soul's previous lives, he uses the child as a symbol of purity and simplicity. Let's remember the statement of the Sermon of the Mount. Blessed are the pure heart, for they shall see God. So to see God, we need to cleanse our minds, to cleanse our hearts. Is it easy? Not at all. And you may be asking, why not? Because there's pride and selfishness. Today, she has a message from children to adults about caring for children. It's short, but it's deep and memorable. There is a statement that I've heard many years ago in this message, I've never forgotten. She begins by saying as if children are telling adults. So you are an adult, think of it as the voice of children. You have built palaces that astonish the earth. However, if you leave me outside because I lack resources to pay for lodging, it's possible that the night will freeze me cold. You, the adult, multiplied the granaries of fruits and cereals, guaranteeing your own treasures. However, if you deny me a seat at the table because I have no money to pay for bread, I am afraid of starving to death. You have built wonderful universities, but if you close the door of education on me because I do not have a golden key, I fear to embrace crime without realizing it. You've created gigantic hospitals. However, if you do not defend me against the clutches of disease, because I do not present you with credit history, I will descend early to the whirlwind of death. You proclaim the good as basis of evolution. However, if you do not have patience with me, because I bother you, probably still today, I will fall into the trap of evil, like an unaware bird in the snare of the hunter. In the name of God, that you say you love, have compassion on me. Help me today so I can help you tomorrow. I do not ask you the maximum as someone might ask you in my benefit. I pray only for the minimum of what you can give me so that I can live and learn. Meimei. In this message, Meimei He's also talking about programs that ask a lot of things to help children. Little goes to children. We have to be careful. When we donate to organizations that are sustaining more of its employees than helping the people they claim they are helping. Also, when we know of the children of the families that are in need of support, we can't wait for somebody to tell us what to do. We need to do it. For example, I remember one day somebody told me, this person is an employee, and she told me, oh, can you believe that the wife of one of my employees is illiterate? She doesn't know how to write and read. And I said, really? But she's in the US now. She's an immigrant. Yeah, but she doesn't want to learn anything, he said. And then I mentioned, well, I think we can find somebody to help her. No, why we're going to bother with that? It's not my role as an employee to do so. See? Of course, in this case, the wife is not a child, but she has children. A mother who is illiterate cannot read for her children, cannot help her with homework, cannot help her children with daily things that pertain to writing and reading, to communication, plus self-esteem. If you don't know how to write and read, your self-esteem goes down. So when you're helping this mother, you're helping her children too. In a passage here, when he talks about the piece of bread we may have and we don't give, remember when Kardec talked the story about the story of the baker? The woman who became a widow couldn't work because she had kids to take care of. She stopped by at the bakery and asked for a loaf of bread for her children. The baker was so greedy, he said no, turned his back and went inside. She quickly grabbed the loaf of bread and ran away home. But the baker saw it. He was so difficult that he asked for the police help. So the police found her in her house and wanted to arrest her in front of her children without mercy. What happened then? She went inside her room and said, can you give me a minute? She was taking so long. Nobody knew what was happening till the very policeman opened the door of the bedroom and found her dead. She took her life. She comes back later to say that she was so ashamed of being arrested in front of her children that she preferred to simply run away. We're not going to discuss it, but we want to share with you that the spirit mentors at Kardec's meeting said that the mainly responsible for her suicide is the baker. In the spirit's book, we learn that all bad that results from any good that was left undone is our responsibility. When Kardec asked, is it enough not to do any evil? And they say, no. If you don't do the good, you're doing evil. So here we come, dear friends, with this beautiful opportunity to ask ourselves if we're being like the baker, if we're being just like what the spirits are saying. We say, oh, I'm doing no bad to anybody, but no good either. So no good means bad. It's like the banana skin. If I am passing by and there is a skin of banana on the pathway and I say, oh, it's not my fault, I didn't do anything, and I leave it there. Let's imagine later my father comes along and walks through the pathway and slips and falls and breaks a bone because of it. Who is responsible? I am. During this pandemic, those who are deciding not to vaccinate, they will be responsible for what happens to their health, which may be indirect suicide. When they say, I don't care if I get sick, that's suicide. Second, if maybe they're not going to get sick or severely sick, but they're going to pass it on to others. They do so, whatever happens to others, even if they don't die, but the delays at work, the headaches, the expenses they had, it's all our fault. So we need to do something especially to the new generation. And here's the statement that Meimei says that I said that I always remember. Help me today so I can help you tomorrow. Whenever you look at a child, see this phrase. Come into your mind. Help me today so I can help you tomorrow. The child is pleading for our help. Let us help. What are we going to do in the next 24 hours? Help a child. It could be your child, it could be the neighbor's child, somebody else's child, but you're going to go beyond the call of duty. Even if it is helping by praying together with your grandchild or child, getting out of your routine and embracing your child with great love in a new way, helping today so they can help us tomorrow. But we're not expecting it. We're just getting to know that this is the law of life. I receive what I give. In the next 24 hours, you and I are going to task force towards the beauty of reaching out to a child or children. We wish you many blessings during this day, fantastic day to show our love, our care for children, and thus partaking the beautiful works of God. We wish you many blessings, and until tomorrow, God willing, here at Cardiac Radio.